celebrating 40 years of KTAB continues.
Welcome back to this special edition of KTAB News, where we are celebrating 40 years of KTAB, and I have with me Bob Bartlett, who we are used to getting the news from.
Right.
But now we're actually going to turn the tables. We're going to ask you some questions.
Not sure that I like being on this side. I'd rather ask the questions.
Well, and you've been doing it for a long
time. Sure. Before I was at KTAB, I was at KRBC and did sports. So I was out interviewing, and it's amazing how many athletes still come up to me and say, "You interviewed me at the football field or basketball or whatever it was, swimming." So a lot of people out there. Ran into somebody the other day who said on a tour of the station when he was in third grade, he has a picture of himself with me and all the other kids on the KTAB set. And it really is amazing, one, to think that people hold on to pictures.
Well, how old was this? How old was this guy when at the time you saw him? 20s, 30s?
In his 30s. Yeah. So he's had that for 15 or 20 years. So it's really fascinating. And one of the things that you, as assignments editor and working out in the field, we try to impress on our reporters that we do have an impact on people's lives. This is and can be, for most people, the only time that they're ever on television, they ever get any kind of coverage, and we hope that it's in a good way. But one of our campaigns was Spirit of the Big Country, and we called people who did good things or a project or just the spirit of the big country. And I still toss that phrase in every once in a while because I just think it really exemplifies what this area is all about. So I was doing sports, and then when KTAB started, well, I also did news and weather at KRBC. At KTAB, I did the morning news, the noon news, which was 15 minutes, and then the second 15 minutes was a talk show, which Fran Adkins started.
Fran?
Yeah. Interesting thing on Fran, the first time that we met was her audition, and we did it in the living room of Bill Terry's house, which Bill Terry was the original owner and manager of the station. This was all his idea, and Fran was actually teaching. She taught at Abilene High, but she also taught tennis, and she taught tennis to a couple of the Terry children, and he said, you'd do well on TV, nice personality, nice smile.
I hadn't heard that story.
Yes. So we did a sort of a conversation sitting on the couch in his living room, had one camera, was kind of shooting it to get her on camera and see what she looked like and sounded like, and she was hired. So that was in the summer of '79.
And when I came along, Fran was still around, and
Right.
She was a stickler for punctuation.
Oh,
Spelling.
yes. Victor is a great person, a great reporter, and just a nice guy. Spelling may not be at the top of your achievement list.
That's right. That's right.
But yes, Fran, as a former teacher, speech teacher and English, so she was very precise about that sort of thing.
So, a lot of things have changed over the 40 years, not only with KTAB, with our parent company, or the news. And here's what we've been asking everybody else who's been here a long time. A lot of things have changed. What hasn't changed, you think, as far as your career?
Well, just speaking personally,
Yes.
I still enjoy coming in here every day and doing what I do. I still enjoy telling stories, telling the news. So that for me from day one, I've always enjoyed, and that's never gone away. I think the other thing that probably has not changed is KTAB's commitment to the community in the big country and heartland. We can't get out to the surrounding area as much as we want to. We'd like to be out there every day telling those kinds of stories of the people who make up the big country. It's just not possible to be able to do that, but we do when we can, and certainly tell the stories of Abilene as well.
I want to mention this before I forget to mention it in this interview, because where you sit right now in the newsroom, right back that way,
Right.
is where you sat when you were in this building before you went over to KTAB.
Right. So Bill Terry was the manager here at KRBC for 25 years, and he decided he would really like to own a TV station. He asked if he could just buy a little percentage of the family operation of KRBC. I said, not really. So he decided to start his own station in 1978, got investors, and so many of us were very loyal to him. So a great number of us left KRBC and went down the street to KTAB, and when I left here, we started, we added on and things were different, but when we left, my desk was 10 feet. We were gone for 25 years. 10 feet from where my desk is now.
Now, where you're sitting now.
So
Wow.
I've moved 10 feet in 40 years.
Wow. Well, this interview is obviously not long enough to cover those 40 years.
No.
But before we do go,
Okay.
we want to show our viewing audience a little bit more about Bob Bartlett.
Bob, through the last 40 years plus, you've been there for all of Abilene and the Big Country. On August 20th, 1979, you joined KTAB. KTAB wasn't even on the air yet.
I can't believe how the time has flown by since 1979 when we started working together. I'm proud to say that I worked with you for over half of those 40 years.
You were already a familiar face in Abilene. You first started at KRBC 8 years before.
Working with you and alongside you, being mentored by Larry Fitzgerald. What a great job you have done, what a great career you have had. And it's my pleasure to have been part of that.
You literally built the desks that were soon to occupy dozens of budding KTAB journalists.
You played such an instrumental role in my career and really the careers of so many. Congratulations on 40.
Hey Bob, it's Lauren Motter in Lubbock, Texas. I am so excited for you celebrating 40 years on the air. I'm so honored that you were my first anchor I got to work with 13 years ago at KTAB. Hope you're doing well, and a huge congratulations from all of us here in Lubbock, Texas.
We want to say happy anniversary to Bob Bartlett from KXAN in Austin.
Congratulations to you and everybody and all your viewers in the Big Country.
From Fox 51 and KTK.
Congratulations on 40 years, Bob. Congrats.
Hey Bob, it's Daniela and Derek from KFDX in Wichita Falls.
We want to congratulate you on 40 years and we wish you the best in your future endeavors.
From KAMR Local 4 News here in Amarillo.
Congratulations, Bob, on 40 years at KTAB in the Big Country.
In those 40 years, you've covered thousands of stories.
You are an icon in Abilene, and I want to wish you the very best in taking a pause and celebrating you for all you've given and provided for our citizens.
From interviewing sitting presidents like President Ronald Reagan to covering important community events, you've been there. From groundbreaking stories at Dyess Air Force Base to covering our airmen as they went overseas in Africa, you were there.
Bob, congratulations on 40 years of continuous, calm delivery of the news of the Big Country. Congratulations, we're so proud of you. Thank you and God bless.
Hey Bob, it's Angela all the way from North Carolina. Just want to congratulate you on 40 years at KTAB. The Big Country is so lucky to have you. I was there when you celebrated 30 years, and I'm glad to be celebrating with you again.
What a career you've had and continue to have. You're just amazing. No one is more passionate about the job and the responsibility you have in the community than Bob Bartlett. And just so proud of you to keep the legacy going on.
Through the challenges, and of course, our good times, you've been there. Bob, you are KTAB. You were the first voice heard when the station went on air in October 1979. And now, you are the voice that is most trusted here in the Big Country. Your heart and soul is in what you do every day. From all of us, congratulations, Bob. 40 years of coverage you can count on.